Right, well, as I've said to people quite a few times, I've been in the construction. I'm a retired person. I'm in my 60s now. I've been in the construction trade for lots of years. I live in a one-off tower block, stands alone. It was built 60 years ago. It's built out of RSJs, which is rigid steel joists, and cement and concrete. So my walls are actually, well, 2 foot, almost 3 foot thick, you know. These new builds here, I've worked on construction sites for years. I'm retired now. I was an architect for many years. I promise you, first of all, London is like this nowadays. So if you're planning, if you've not lived in London and you're planning on moving to London, this is what you're going to get. You're going to look out your window and see another block of flats, because London land is prime land. So they're building high now, building fast, and you know, those buildings there, they're not RSJ built. The frames will be, but the internal walls will be what's called dry lining, which was old-fashioned plasterboard, which means that, you know, the walls that you can punch and they go through, and everything you can hear in the room next door. My block of flats isn't like that. I've had quite a few comments on the house exchange sites about, you'll be lucky if anyone wants to move with you on the 10th floor. I live on the 10th floor of an 11th floor, very prestigious block of flats. I moved there from a 4-bedroom house, which was a very nice house, but I gave it up for another family, and I still believe I did the right thing. I want to move out of London now because I've retired. I don't need to be in London anymore. See that block of flats there? Well, that little office there, which is now a cafe and whatever, that used to be my office. And there you go. That all used to be an Ever-Ready batteries factory when I was younger. And it's all building sites now. So we're going to drive up the road a little bit further. We've got to keep to the speed limit, 30 miles an hour, as you can see. And you will see in the distance there, there is more buildings going on. I'm promising you, they are not building houses in London. And if they are building houses in London, then they're prefabricated houses. They've got tiny little rooms. The walls are made of plasterboard. And you're going to hear everything that the next door neighbour's doing every time they go to the toilet. You don't get that in my block of flats. As far as the council houses, as far as the council houses are concerned, the ones that the old council houses, well, first of all, most of them have been sold off and bought privately, so they're private lets nowadays. And see, massive. This is what you've got in London nowadays, all over the place, tower blocks. So please, I don't want to listen to all the critical people that are going, you'll be lucky if you get a 10th floor tower block. See these flats here? The internal walls are plasterboard. You know, it's all plasterboard. And if you move into an old house, council house, the council have brought out new laws a couple of years ago where any internal repairs and all that, the council do not do it anymore. So you're looking at moving into an old build house. It's probably got all the plaster blown on it, all the skirtings and dados and door frames all need replacing. Probably the floor's blown because they're suffering from subsidence now. I get a lot of jobs like that, subsidence, and all the post-war houses and post-Second World War, post-First World War. You know, they're much more solid builds, but they need new roofs and everything else. So you've got major works going on in them. Anyway, that's my little lecture. Please don't put loads of comments on my house exchange, because I'm really not interested in your comments. I'm really not interested. I know that my flat is as it is. Don't need someone to tell me I'll be lucky to get a house exchange from the 10th floor, because I know I won't be lucky. I know that whoever gets my place is getting a nice place.